Okay, I can handle that.
You're live on YouTube, I think.
Oh no, you are. Now I'm live?
If Facebook ever says saves, it will be live.
I don't know why it's afraid of hitting save.
It might be because I hit the button like 30 times.
Fair.
I don't think that's the actual problem.
I'm gonna grab that thread.
I'm not gonna lie. I think it's a great choice.
Okay.
It goes very well with the Copper Cheer fabric line, actually.
That's super festive.
This and that, super festive. Did I ever tell you about the one day I was looking for that thread and I bought the one that's red, white, or green, red, no, green, white, and brown.
Ooh.
Instead of red,
Not the
white,
same.
and green.
Not the
It
same.
wasn't the same. It was not the same. But I tried. There you go.
So what I would like to know is how I acquired antlers.
It's simple.
When did you boop them onto my head?
I waited till you were concentrating, and then I put them on. I know how to get away with stuff.
I was not wearing antlers half an hour ago. It is not 12 days of Christmas.
I think it happened about 10 minutes ago.
I think you're right.
Just whenever you were loading your USB.
Yeah, fair. It does seem festive and appropriate, so. I found the one out of the box. So I could actually use it.
Do you want us to show off the box?
Nah, I'm good.
Okay, I'll leave it right here.
You could. You could leave it there. If you want. Thanks.
Seemed fun.
Good afternoon. Welcome to Demo December. Our first week of 3 at my sewing room. It's November 28th. We are starting a 3-week demo series. So this Monday, December 5th and December 12th. You're going to want to tune in each week. This is the Kimberbell demo. So I'm so excited. You're going to watch all 3 weeks, and the free design is the warm and cozy bench buddy pillow. All the marketing photos have binding on it, but the instructions didn't have binding. So I didn't do binding on my first one. We'll probably do binding on the second one. We're going to make another one. I have one made as step outs. But a couple things. We're going to demo something different each week. And then you guys have a little bit of work to do at your end. If you actually want to get the design, I'll go through that at the end of the video and show you exactly the steps you need to take this week. And I'll show you again next week the steps you need to take next week. And the third week, I'll show you the steps you need to take to get the free design. So it's free design, but you have a little bit of work to do. You can't just like give it away super easily. You gotta show that you're engaged and watching. So what we're gonna talk about this week in particular is background quilting, and specifically Kimberbell's clear blue tiles is going to be what I'm gonna demo. I'm going to hold up the original picture. We had a mistake in the folder, and it was last year's design file. So we're gonna see if that is available from Kimberbell still, because it was a 2021 design. So yes, the original photo that went out in our e-news was not quite right, but this is the one that is valid for this year. So, warm and cozy. I've got another one mostly made, but I'm going to pull these up a little bit closer and show you guys one of the upgrades that I did to my first bench buddy pillow. So this warm and cozy little guy here, stay cozy. His scarf keeps getting in the way of the stay. I've just used a very plain background fabric, but I have used Kimberbell's clear blue tiles for background quilting and then placed my design over top of it, which I think is really, really, really adorable. I've also quilted the sashing pieces using the block by block method from the clear blue tiles. So we're going to show you both those things today and make that happen. So the reason you might want to add background quilting is without that background quilting, looks just a little bit flat. Not that this is trimmed out and attached to sashing yet, but a little bit more interest when you've got that background quilting in there. So let's talk about what clear blue tiles are and how you might go about using them. Got a very large stash of stuff on the table. So clear blue tiles, oh dear, gonna knock everything over. Clear blue tiles is Kimberbell's method for quilting. What you're getting when you buy the clear blue tiles set is, I don't remember if I can get this open easily. I'll show you from my dealer copy. So there is instructions in here and tiles and a USB stick and a pen, all sorts of goodies. So you get a USB stick and that looks like a slap. Oh, nope, that's like a ruler. We'll hang on to that, and a marking pen. I'm going to grab that marking pen out so that I can use it. Drop my USB stick back in there. And then there's a whole bunch of different sizes of tiles. You actually get more tiles in your set when you buy a package than what we get as a dealer copy. So that's good news for you guys. But in here, there is a ton of embroidery files for you to use. So there's all sorts of variety in the mix. And I'm just going to move everything off my table for a moment. And you're able to use these in a couple different ways. So the first way I'm going to show you is how you might actually go about quilting a quilt or placing fabric in behind something else. So we're going to go to top camera. So I have a super mini quilt in front of me. Super mini. Demo sized for a Monday. And then we can find some clear blue tiles that might make us happy. And I know, because I sewed this together, how big those are. There's a few different options. I could grab an 8x8 finished block, but that's probably a little too big for the machine that I'm on. I am going to grab a 4x6. You guys definitely have more sizes in the consumer set. I'm going to grab a 4x6 because I know that will fit. It will fit in the hoop that I have. Set all of those aside for a moment. So if I wanted to place my quilting multiple ways across this block, I go 4x6, not quite 4x6. Really need a slightly different. The user set has better sizes. We're going to mark one or two of these. We're going to mark a 4x6. And in here, we're going to go in with this is a wash away marker, and mark the center of where I would like this bit of quilting to land, as well as the up arrow. And I'm just going to write the size in there. So if this was an actual quilt, you'd take your entire set of clear blue tiles and figure out the math of where all of these tiles would fit. And in the real set, instead of the dealer set, you would get multiple sizes. So a 4x4, a 4x8, many, many, many sizes in there. If you had a big enough hoop, you could run the 8x8, as well as some border designs. So I'm going to grab a 2x7 border and place that in my border. So you could use this method of quilting even if you're not quilting a Kimberbell quilt. You could use this to quilt just about anything. The one thing you want to keep in mind if you're quilting with your embroidery machine is you do need your backing fabric and your batting to be 3 to 4 inches larger all the way around, depending on the hoops that you have. So if you have got oval hoops, you will need more space top and bottom. If you've got square hoops, usually you can go a little bit less. But I've got a magnetic hoop to run on a brother. So I'm going to use this magnetic hoop because it's going to make quilting this quilt super easy. Even if this was a giant quilt, it would make it easy. But we can get in there and feel where that quilt is. See, right now, not very straight in there. Grab some magnets. Quilt block in, quilt into my magnetic hoop. My up arrow is facing up, which should make this a little bit easier. And I don't have stabilizer in here. I am treating this as quilting. So we're going to quilt right through to the back of our fabric like a regular old quilt sandwich. We're going to take this over to our machine. Hook that in like so. So this is called using the clear blue tiles format. We're going to pick a clear blue tiles design. And this particular machine won't open every size of clear blue tiles that is available. So it's only going to select some of them. If they're too big for the hoops that are available for this machine, they will be grayed out. And we want a 4x6. And our design size will show up in the top portion of our screen. So that looks like a 4x6 design, just a little under 4, just a little under 6 for dimensions. And this is the wintry one. I'm very excited about this. Because it's, it's that time of year where it's kind of wintry and super cold in Calgary. So I'm going to hit end edit. I'm not going to change the size at all because I'm going to make sure that this fits in the markings that I left on board my machine. So I'm going to go end edit. And this particular screen on the Brothers is the point where we can make sure that our design is fitting where we want it to fit. So that we can do check to see where things are, and we can check the top of our design and the bottom of our design and the center. And right now the center is not quite where I want it. So I'm going to move over until my center point center. And now that center point is landing right inside of my center point that I've marked. And I can go check the top. I'm in line up at the top. I can go check the bottom. I'm in line at the bottom. And I can check the sides. So sides ending up right in that side seam. And that side's ending up right in that side seam. So from there, this is ready to start stitching. We can hit OK. I'm happy with the placement on that. And we can hit embroidery. And this design is going to take us 3 minutes to stitch. And that's all we need to know. 3 minutes. If you want to pull up your bobbin thread when you're quilting in the hoop so you don't have tails on the back, you can do a needle up, needle down, and you should be able to wiggle in there and grab that bobbin thread and hang on to both those tails. We'll lower the presser foot and we'll get stitching. Boop. We should have moved to that first spot and done our needle up down there. That's okay. I do have snips. This particular magnetic hoop is a 5x7 size. There are larger magnetic hoops available for the Brother Luminaire. There's a 7x14 as well as a 10x10 is releasing later this year. And then just to amp up my quilting, I decided to go with variegated thread. So this is the winter design from your Clear Blue Tiles set. And it's the same style of stitching as what I put in behind my warm and cozy, or stay cozy bench buddy design. Swirls, which is kind of what the snow was doing yesterday when I was out walking. And if you're wanting to quilt your quilt this way, I would definitely recommend pressing your seams open instead of to one side. It'll help reduce bulk. Depending what kind of look you're after, the other thing you can do here, traditional embroidery tends to have quite tight bobbin tension. If you switch to like a regular sewing bobbin case instead of an embroidery bobbin case on your machine, you'll get quilting that looks more like true quilting instead of more like embroidery. And with needles, you'd probably be pretty comfortable quilting with an embroidery needle. You pull the blue tile off, the blue tile's back in my hands. It's just there to give you your markings, so you know how to line up your design. And the default on most embroidery machines is to trim when they're done. So if this is what we wanted to carry on quilting, we could pick this piece up, move it over, and select our next border piece. next quilting block, we could repeat this one one block over. So that is the clear blue tiles method, where you draw out where you would like your quilt designs to land, and then use your machine features to place your designs. So pretty slick, pretty easy. The back, I use just white bobbin thread on the back, and we do get embroidery tension where it's pulling just a little bit, and that's okay. Needles wise, you could quilt with an embroidery. You could use an embroidery needle or a quilting needle when you're quilting in the hoop. Both would work just fine. So this is one way of using the clear blue tiles. The next way of using clear blue tiles is how I actually started my Stay Cozy Bench Buddy pillow, and that's the block by block method. So more than one way to use this great tool. We'll set that aside for now. We'll grab a piece of stabilizer. Got a stabilizer that's a little bit bigger than I need, and that's okay. So in the block by block method, we're going to start with just stabilizer in the hoop, and we're going to build ourselves a quilted background for whatever else we'd like to add into this. The Stay Cozy Bench Buddy design fits in a 5x7 hoop. This is a 5x7 magnetic hoop, and we should be good. So the design fits in a 5x7. The background quilting I used was actually 6x6, but that's okay. We will go find a block by block design and then see which kind of size we're going to make based on the machine we have. So back at our machine, we're going to go home. And then I have these saved on a USB stick. However, this machine does have the wireless feature where if you were running Brothers Design Database Transfer, you could open your designs that way. Demo December. So block by block quilting is going to give us placement lines for batting, trim lines for batting, and maybe we'll pick this one here. Oh, that's just a wee little one. Sizes are showing up on screen there. So block by block, we're going to go with this one that's 3 by just 6.5. 2.5 by 6.5, which finished block size will be 2 by 6. That should work, unless I want to puddle through there and find one more. I'd like a square one. 4.5 by 4.5. That'll make me super happy. So in this particular setup, starting with, I'm using OESD Polymesh, or a lightweight mesh stabilizer. That's the stabilizer that's often recommended for things like our Kimberbell quilts, like the Cup of Cheer, Love Notes, Spring Showers. There's a few other quilts back there, as well as their bench pillows, like the newest one, which is the one with the pie. It's over here somewhere. But let's get into this and stitch this out so you guys can see what it looks like. So I'm going to just leave this centered in the hoop. Slide my hoop in. This you wouldn't have to do in a magnetic hoop. It's just easier. I'm going to hit embroidery. And our very first line that we'll stitch out here is a placement line. So the first placement line is for our batting. After a batting placement line, oh, you guys don't see that, sorry. Batting placement line is the only thing in the hoop. I'm going to add my batting on top. Battings that are really nice to use for in the hoop projects would be Battleizer or Kimmerbell Project batting, or whatever massive amount of scrap batting you have at home. The thicker battings are going to be a little bit more work to trim, but they won't be impossible to trim. Oh, the needle info I shared. Question from YouTube. What needles would I use if I was quilting in the hoop? That was the question. For quilting in the hoop, I would use either an embroidery needle or a quilting needle. It would depend if I'm adding more stuff in afterwards. If I was just quilting my quilt, I'd probably switch to a quilting needle. They are designed to go through things like batting. It'll be lovely. So, switch cameras here for just a moment. So I have just batting in the hoop now. It's all tacked down. And with the block by block method, we are going to trim the excess batting out from around the placed tack down line. And what that will do is we'll make this so much easier to sew together afterwards. So using a pair of curved embroidery scissors to get nice and close to those stitches. Get in there and trim all the extra batting off. For what scissors you might like for trimming in the hoop. I like usually a little bit bigger double curved pair. The smaller pair is nice as well. Depends a little bit on your fingers. But that curved scissor is going to keep you from nipping into your stabilizer in behind. So batting all nicely trimmed out. It's going back to the machine. And our next stitch is a fabric placement line. We'll find a little bit of that. And once, oh, you guys did see that stitch. I'm sorry. So we've got another line of stitching all the way around outside of our batting. That is our fabric placement line. You need your fabric just a wee bit bigger than that. No fingers in the hoop. Oh boy, all the tape is squirreled away today. I need a bucket that lives right next to me with tape. So our next bit of stitching is our fabric tack down. If I'm going to be doing a lot of this, I actually really like doing this with a little bit of 505 spray on the back of my fabric, especially for the longer, skinnier border pieces. Just find it's easier to keep it all flat in the hoop. Once that fabric is tacked down, we're ready to come and do the detail stitching inside for our quilting. So that fabric tack down is at that 1/4 inch away from the edge of our batting. It's almost going to serve as our trim line at the end. And then let's get in there and do the quilting. It's just a minute to quilt this. Same great snowflake design. Different size. So leaving this hooped as it is, the design came in, we didn't move it around inside the hoop, and we could come back and load another design in on top of this, which would allow us to build out our designs. So if this was the warm and cozy, we could go in and put something else on top and see. Oh. Go find a PES file from, oh, not those ones. So we could come in and put another design right on top of where we did that quilting. In the case of our Stay Cozy Bench Buddy, that little mitten and penguin would be loaded on top of our background quilting using the block by block method. There's comments in the video with links to Clear Blue tiles if you're interested. They're fantastic. I really enjoy them. There's a really nice variety of designs that come with the Clear Blue tiles. So lots of good stuff. But I'm guessing you guys would like to know how you can start working your way to earning your free design. Free, with a little bit of work on your end. Size of this hoop, let me give you the details on this particular hoop. This is a Brother 5x7 SAMF 180. Oops, just lost it. Ask in store. This will fit the NQ series embroidery machines, the V series embroidery machines, the XPs. There's a few more available. Does this apply to all in the hoop embroidery? Irene's question from YouTube is, does this apply to all in the hoop embroidery? Maybe. Not. There's many varieties. We'll get you a clear answer. Shoot us a little longer question and I'll be able to answer that a little more clearly. Yes, we'll carry on. Let me show you where we're going to get, how we're going to get to our free designs after you do the little bit of work that you need to do. Okay. So, part of the goal of Demo December from Kimberbell's viewpoint is to get you, our customers, engaged and playing along with us in some way, shape, or form. So the way we're going to handle Demo December is you will need to watch today's video, next Monday, as well as December 12th's video. Each day I'm going to give you a coupon code to use. And that coupon code will get you an entry into a draw. We're going to draw for Kimberbell class credit for one of our either a la carte classes or probably one of our a la carte classes if you're nearby and you haven't already signed up for all of them. So if you want to take a look and see what kind of classes we might have available in the Kimberbell world, on our website under classes and lessons, we have Kimberbell a la carte. This is how we presented our Kimberbell dealer exclusives. Volumes 2, 3, and 4 have recorded videos along with them. And we can still get you those designs. The Kimberbell a la carte, you do need to bring a physical USB stick into the store to get that design from us. Each of those series has 12 and a bonus. So there's lots of great instruction in there with instructions of how to do all sorts of other crazy Kimberbell things. Other things that might crack you up if you actually signed up for all of those original a la carte classes. We also have the upcoming Digital Dealer Exclusives 2023 and the current 2022 Digital Dealer Exclusives. So we'll talk more about those things next week. But if you would like to earn your entry both to win a free class, one of those $15 Kimberbell a la carte classes, or to win, or, you know, to do the step 1 to get your first week, you're going to need to make an account on our web store. So mysewingroom.ca is our website. If you have not registered and made an account with us before, you're going to go My Account and register. If you want to see all the cool things we have going on, I highly suggest you keep that subscribe to newsletter box checked and go through the registration process for that. We have a coupon for your birthday that if you fill out that form all the way, you'll get there. And then what you're going to be looking for today is in our search box. Let my keyboard wake up. I'm going to have to move. Let me... Oh, we're just going to have to turn off the corner camera for a moment. Otherwise, we can't see my search box. Wireless keyboards. Sometimes they're quick and sometimes they're sleepy. Currently, my wireless keyboard is sleepy. Online store. So in the search bar, you're going to type Demo December. Hit the enter key. That will pull up the search. It'll probably pull up faster on your computer than what it's doing for mine while we wait. It's hard to internet and stream at the same time to YouTube and Facebook. So Demo December, you're going to add this to the cart. This is your entry. Don't worry, it's not $20. We told you this was free. But so that we know that you got it, add it to your cart, hit the view cart option. And then your coupon code for today is BLUE. BLUE is your coupon code. You'll enter that on the Demo December BLUE entry, apply the coupon. You will have a free entry to win an a la carte class and proceed to checkout. You'll have a grand total of 0 and you'll have made your first order on our website. So you must be logged in to checkout. So that's where you'll need to make an account first. Yeah, it'll be good. We'll go back a moment, go back and see that item in our cart. Pretty sure if this did what I thought it was going to do, below that Demo December, you'll find the clear blue tiles, both the essentials, which is the starter pack, the expansion set, which has even more sizes. The thing on my Christmas wish list, which is the Kimberbell Fat Quarter Box from their basics. And I would love to be signed. Oh, I don't have to be signed up to attend One Sweet Spring. I'm the instructor. So we have a One Sweet Spring event happening February 9th and 10th. And this is a great opportunity to put your clear blue tile skills to work. All of this is quilted in the hoop with background quilting fills that are only available through this event. They're adorable. They're really, really cute. So unique background quilting designs within that event that will play along, similar to how we did our Demo December video today. So you got that, guys. Search Demo December, find the Demo December BLUE entry, add it to your cart, use the coupon code BLUE to get it for free, and proceed to checkout. You'll have to make an account on our web store, and that is how you will get your first entry into our Demo December. When you have all 3 entries done, each week is a different coupon code. When you've watched all 3 videos, we will be sending you the design for free. Thank you so much for joining me. If you have further questions, email us at education@mysewingroom.ca. If you desperately need to get your hands on some clear blue tiles, email orderdesk@mysewingroom.ca or come in. We'd be happy to get those in a shopping cart for you and get them out the door. Don't worry if you didn't tune in live today. This is recorded. The coupon codes are for all 3 weeks are valid until December 31st, 2022, at which point we are not allowed to give out the Demo December designs for free anymore. So play along all 3 weeks. Whatever order works for you, all the videos will be up. The coupon code is only valid till the end of 2022. So thank you so much